Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to our match preview for the Boxing Day game against Sheffield United. I'm joined by Owen, and let's just get straight into it. Owen, off the back of a disappointing result against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup, we get back to league games, which we've been, pretty solid and pretty encouraging in the last few games. Despite the injuries to key players, we've managed to get results against Chelsea, Leicester and Arsenal. Obviously, this will be a completely different proposition, a team that won't be, content to let us have a small amount of the ball. I'm sure we'll have to do a lot more creatively than we have done in previous games. And we could even see some rotation to see some players that aren't particularly very popular with a lot of the fan base, but it's needs must. So what's your feelings going into this game?
The way this Christmas schedule is and just the games coming thick and fast, I think we've got City, West Ham at some point, Sheffield United. I think it's at the point where we're going to have to ask Carlo Ancelotti to keep producing miracles to get results with what the players we've got available at the moment. I think that we've got a lot of ill-fitting players that'll have to come into the team, and just hope that with Sheffield United really on rock bottom at the moment in terms of their season, that we hope it's going to affect them. We can just nick a goal or 1-0 or something, because we're really on the bare bones at the moment in terms of quality. Obviously, we don't know how Richarlison are going to be. We don't know how a lot of players are going to be in terms of the fitness. It's really difficult. I haven't got anything more to say about what we faced other than I would take the ugliest, scrappiest, dirtiest 1-0 in history. I think last year Bournemouth played Burnley around this time. There was 1-0 Burnley and there was 3 shots in the game combined. I think I'll take something similar to that in this one and just hope that it goes off Jags' head and 1-0 Everton on an own goal or something like that. The worst watch in Premier League history is coming at your screens at about 8 o'clock on Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, I've said in the extra time for the Man United game that I feel that these games coming up, in other countries they call this the English week because every other league shuts down. Every other league shuts down for the Christmas period, and they all watch the Premier League as that's on. Like, so we, Boxing Day, 2 days later, etc. I think even without our injuries, but especially with them, given our squad depth, it's just about getting through these games, getting whatever we can. Ancelotti's give us a good base to work on, winning the 3 games in a row in December. I think it's just about getting through these games. And then when we get back to 1 game a week in the new year, that's when you'll see us have a real, make a real go at where we want to finish in the league. But I don't think you should, grade the season based on what's going to come in this next week or so, because we are going to see a lot of changes. We're not going to see the normal Everton. We're going to see more of Cenk Tosun. We're going to see more of Bernards. We're going to see, we could even see more of young players. Could see more of Anthony Gordon.
I would probably play him in one of the games, and Nkunku.
Yeah, possibly Nkunku. John Joe Kenny, maybe.
Not John Joe Kenny.
He's our best.
Tony back.
Is he? I'm not saying right back. Play him at left wing. That's where he seems to come on at the minute, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Better than his right back.
Yeah, I think it's important for people to remember though that these games going in, like Sheffield United, this isn't FIFA. It's not top trumps. I know they're not a good team, and we have been a good team this season, but that doesn't mean we should just expect to win. They're going to be fighting for their lives, and we're going to be absolutely shattered and playing players who frankly aren't much better than some of their players. Like Cenk Tosun might start for Sheffield United, and he might get
a game. Sheffield United if he wants.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. I don't want people to lose their heads if we're not just rolling Sheffield United over. I don't know what to expect.
It'll be ugly, won't it?
Yeah, it'll be rough. I'm like you. I'd take the scuffiest 1-0 you've ever seen. This won't be popular.
I hope Sheffield United have an XG of 5 bars as 0.01 and we win 1-0.
Well, this won't be a popular shout, but I'd take a draw. Like, considering the schedule, I know they're crap, and I know but honestly, get out of an away game on Boxing Day with a point, and rotate some players and move on. I mean, I'd like to win. I'm realistic about it. If we're going into this game with our first 11 from Spurs, then I'd want us to win comfortably, but we're probably not going to. So I'm just about, for me, it's just about getting as many points as you can in this period, and then think about the bigger picture when you're back to a proper schedule. So
I've got another unpopular opinion that I would play as strong as possible team we can for this one, and just throw it in against Man City and rest a few, because we're going to more likely beat these than Sheffield Man City, and you've got to play percentages, and percentages would dictate that we're more likely to beat these than Man City. And if you say to some players, give us this one and we'll let you off Man City, and just play that and at the back against Man City and hope for a 0-0. You've got it's playing. I wouldn't. Man City aren't brilliant at the moment, but they've still got a hell of a lot more quality than Sheffield United, and I think this is a more winnable fixture. What's the point of playing a full team against Man City and getting beat still, and playing a half-ass team against Sheffield United and drawing 0-0? That's my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, you know what? When you say it like that, it's hard to argue with that. I wouldn't disagree with that at all. So
there'll be people here who just want to attack every game. Go, that's a disgusting attitude. It's this and that. But you've got 2 games in 2 days. You've got to choose one. And for me, this is a more winnable game. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that could be. Managers do look at things like that. I'm sure. Like, he might look at it and go, "Listen."
I think Carlo probably will, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a good point. We're going to see some resting of key players. Calvert-Lewin's the easiest one that springs to mind in one of these games at least. So it might be the City one where he just thinks, you know what, we might play our asses off with a proper team and not get anything anyway, as you say. So with that in mind, what would your 11 be against Sheffield United then?
Jordan Pickford in goal. Right back Mason Holgate. Centre back Keenan Mina. Left back Ben Godfrey. Midfield Decore. Tom Day. Decore and Davis in midfield. I would play Alex Iwobi. If Hammers is fit, I would play Hammers. If not, Sigurdsson. On the left, Anthony Gordon. I'll probably say Richie, and then up front, Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
I'll repeat: Jordan Pickford, Mason Holgate, Michael Keane, Yerry Mina, Ben Godfrey, Tom Davis, Abdoulaye Doucouré, Hammers or Sigurdsson, depends on who's fit. Iwobi, Gordon, Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I think the only difference I'd have is I'd play the same team that played against Arsenal. So, to be honest, no, I tell a lie. I would start with Olsen, and I'm firm on that. I don't expect him to, but I would start Olsen, Holgate, Keane, Mina, Godfrey, Davies and Doucouré. If Richarlison isn't fit, which I don't expect him to be, I don't think the medical team are going to be so keen for him to play after a concussion, if it is a concussion. So I'd play Iwobi on the left, Hammers on the right if he's fit, Sigurdsson and Calvert-Lewin. If Hammers isn't fit, then I'd bring Anthony Gordon in like yourself. I'd rather have him than Bernard. Whether he does or not, we don't know. But yeah, basically the team we've been seeing. But if we can replace Richarlison with Hammers, I'd do that. But if not,
thinking about it, Man City are going to have a lot more of the ball against us than Sheffield United. So I'd be tempted to play in Nkunku in this one and Godfrey against City. Maybe, I don't
know. I don't. To be honest, for me, if Ben Godfrey's breathing, he's playing. For me, whether it's left back. Yeah, maybe. If Nkunku comes in, Godfrey goes somewhere else. For me, he needs to play. I think he's just an absolute machine. But so we're going into this game. I think it's safe to say with some cautious optimism. We don't think we're going to bounce into this and roll these over. We're going to go into it. We're going to have to be workmanlike. We're going to have to struggle. We're going to have a clean sheet mentality, and just try and scrap for everything we get. So
when we played them at the end of last season, the most forgettable 1-0 win in history, that you've just forgotten about, and I've just reminded you of. It was ugly in that game as well. So a similar sort of schedule. it was quite busy towards the end of last season. You remember, we won that 1-0. I would take the exact same results in the exact same circumstances. Play for a clean sheet, and we can find a moment, surely.
I'm going to ask you, what would your prediction be for the game?
0-1.
Yeah, I'm going to...
John Egan own goal. Bounces off his arse.
Same here. I'm going to go with a 1-0 to Everton victory, and I'm going to go with the goal scorer, Michael Keane, off a corner.
That is, yeah. I mean, I'd run round our street, no clothes on now for that result, because we're just about getting points.
Right then. Well, that's us done. The Toffee Blues have spoken, I suppose. 1-0 win is all that we're accepting on Boxing Day against Sheffield United.
There'll be Everton podcast going now. We'll play Anthony Gordon in Conco, and we'll play roll out from the back, and we'll have 76% possession, and we're going to play boss, and these are rubbish. Not us. We're here for the points.
Yeah, we're here for the anti-XG crowds. We're here for the... But yeah, so that's everything, and that's us until we will see you after Christmas Day. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening to the Toffee Blues. Obviously, check out all the social media in the description below, and have a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Owen. I'll speak to you in our post-match for the Sheffield United game, where we're talking about the worst win ever, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Right, thanks everyone for watching, and take care. Merry Christmas from us, everyone here at the Toffee Blues.